Unfortunately, bullying has been way too common in our school system. Oftentimes, we tell the person who is being bullied to either stand up for themselves, tell an authority figure, or try to ignore and avoid the bully. But what happens when the bully is disabled? A Reddit user asked the community if he was the asshole for standing up to a bully who is known to have autism. Here's what he said. I, 15-year-old male, go to school with a guy I'll call Jake. Jake has high-functioning autism and is also a bully. He won't ever try on someone bigger than him like me, but he will go after smaller guys and seems to really like to go after the girls. He will always say he didn't understand what he said was inappropriate, and he is never held accountable by the teachers. So on Monday, he was really harping on a girl I'll call Lori. I've known Lori since I was 6, and I can say she's quiet and keeps to herself because she is so self-conscious. Because when she was little, she was involved in a fire and got badly burned. He wouldn't stop telling her how ugly she was and how she'd never get a boyfriend because no one wanted to be around something like that. She said he was being cruel, but he still wouldn't stop. Lori started crying and our teachers tried to say he probably just didn't understand what he did, and I blew up. I said it was ridiculous that everyone kept giving him a pass to bully people because they're afraid of upsetting the autistic kid. Well, I wasn't, and there was no way he didn't know it was inappropriate to call her ugly and continue insulting her even after she told him he was being cruel. He's a bully. Him having autism doesn't make him any less of one, and it was ridiculous to expect others to just get bullied to spare his feelings. The teacher gave us both detention, and Jake is trying to play the victim, but I made it clear he was just a bully and I have no tolerance for bullies. The rest of the week, no one would talk to him or associate with him, and now he's blaming me for quote-unquote ruining his life. His mom called my mom yesterday and asked me to apologize. I won't, and now she's upset and saying I'm bullying her kid. My mom says to do what I feel is best, but my grandmother thinks it was an asshole move to call him out in front of everyone, and I should be the bigger person and apologize. Am I the asshole for not apologizing? Before I give my thoughts, here is how Google defines high-functioning autism. High-functioning autism is not an official medical diagnosis. It's often used to refer to people with autism spectrum disorder who read, write, speak, and manage life skills without much assistance. Now that we got that out of the way, you are not the asshole. Jake knows exactly what he's doing if he purposely chooses to go after the little guys. As you said, he picks on guys shorter than he is or after the girls. That is not by coincidence, that is by choice. Bullying is a reflection of how someone feels inside. Hurt people hurt people. So the insecurities Jake is projecting onto other people is really how he feels inside. But here's the thing, bullying doesn't solve the internal problems and insecurities. It might give temporary satisfaction, but overall that person is still hurting inside. So in order for Jake to get that temporary fix, he knows he can't go up to someone who can punch his ass into next week. So he goes after the people he thinks are weaker than he is or won't challenge him. My second point, he knows he can get away with this because the teachers and adults around him aren't going to say anything because they fear they're going to look insensitive and be the jackass teacher who punished a student with disabilities. Yeah, at first that may sound terrible, but these adults are doing him a disservice by allowing him to be a jackass to the other students. Yes, he does have a disability, but that doesn't mean that he's unable to learn anything or how to interact with other people nonetheless. If you see someone crying, you know at least that that person's overwhelmed with some kind of emotion. Because of what you said, he's going to remember this moment. Nip it in the bud. People will treat you how you allow them to treat you. People hate confrontation and accountability, so when they're called on their bullshit, they don't want to own up to it and blame everyone and everything else that's not them. Either he decides to change his actions for the better and do some big soul searching, or he's going to continue to be the bully. Reddit user chick named Venus wrote in, "You're completely right. While some autistic people do have a hard time with having a filter, blatantly doing it over and over and over again is clearly not his autism. It's just, as you said, bullying. Being a bully isn't exclusive to neurotypical kids. Anyone can do it. Letting him pass like this is also not doing any good for Jake himself, no less anyone else, especially when it comes time for him to go go out into the real world. Anyhow, don't apologize to Jake's mom either because he got what he deserved. You're a good guy. Another Reddit user who goes by the other zebra wrote in, not the asshole. Second, by another adult diagnosed with high functioning autism. I'm terrible with social cues and facial expressions. Part of my diagnosis is facial blindness, but you know what is blatantly obvious, even to me. Crying. If I said something to make someone cry, it would be very clear to me that I fucked up. Social cues are hard for us because of the lack of clear rules. However, when it comes to commenting on others' appearance, I was taught as a young girl the 10-second rule. If the person cannot fix it in under 10 seconds, do not comment on it. A bit of ketchup by their mouth, button undone, yep, you can say something, but politely and only to them. A change in weight, a scar, hair loss, nope, leave that alone. Autism is not a free pass to be inconsiderate. It is hard, but if people are trying to work with our differences, we should be trying to meet them halfway, not being an ass because you think you can get away with it. I love this comment so much. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think this person is the asshole? Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.